waking up with me at 7 o'clock. I'm used to do that since 6 years already. I have 2 kids. You have no choice, you have to get up. So, my name is Stefan Lucut, as Andrea said, and I'm originally from Ploiești, aka Fane. This is how they call you there. And the Starbucks guys are really funny. I studied here in Timișoara until some point, and then I dropped out. And 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, I moved to Berlin for different reasons, but not politics. Today I will be talking about genius and why I'm not a genius. So, well, let's find out why. 4 months ago, Andrea told me that she wanted me to come and talk about a subject. She gave me 3. I don't know why I chose genius, but I thought, okay, genius, I have 4 months. For sure I will have a genius idea in 4 months, it's plenty of time. So, take it easy. 2 weeks ago though, the genius idea didn't really fall out of the sky, so I panicked. Then panic doesn't really help you, so you gotta follow the books, do some research. I really smashed that keyboard, bam, bam, bam. But the results of the research kind of look like this, more or less. Found tons of articles, a lot of opinions, a lot of scientific proof or not. And also this code right here, which I thought sounds good, looks good. So I had a genius idea to create a poster and sell it on eBay and make a lot of money. Genius idea, right? I mean, or maybe I can create a mug or a t-shirt or something, but yeah, finally I did some research, someone else did it. So, you know, I'm not a genius, I told you. So why I'm not a genius? Still, I didn't know at that time. So before I could tell you why, I should answer myself. So for me, I'm a very grounded person, and everything must have an explanation. If you tell me that aliens exist, I can believe if you can explain why and you can show me one. So if it doesn't exist, that doesn't mean it don't exist, but I will wait until I will find it or I will find an explanation. And then I try to find out where my genius occurred in graphic design, at least in my world, and where I can find that little, genius moment, if there is one. And back to this quote, I kind of this line right here, no one else can see, sent me to the part where no one else can see in graphic design, which is the process, which no one else can see. You see the final result, you say I like it or I don't like it, but you don't see how the guys in the back did it and what they thought about it and where they are coming from and what the connections are in the back. And then I was talking with a friend, and apparently he's a smart ass, I didn't know. And he said genius is a process, the connection, the patterns that are visible to the untrained eye, making them seem like magic for them. So, smart guy. So, back to the process. I identified these three parts. So the process is made out of patterns, which start like this with a blank canvas. So every project starts with absolutely nothing. Your head is nothing. It's scary, but yeah, you gotta do something. So today I will get you through very quickly through the Timișoara project and how we develop the branding for them. And you will see there the ups and downs of the graphic design and the struggle behind. And yeah, so let's say you have to create a TV Shara 2021 identity. And in that black canvas, you will start with a Helvetica, really basic. You write the year. And then just for the sake of the maybe upcoming presentation, you do it in a lot of other fonts. Just to be sure you did it. And why you do that is you try to find a connection maybe between the letters or some special character that you can work with or something. And then you start messing around with them, and you do a lot of stuff, and this is only maybe 10% of the versions we have. And then you start doing connections after you have that, and you jump from one, I lost myself here, but you got the idea. You jump from one idea to the other and so on. So it's really like a snowball going. And then you kind of have it. And you are, really excited. And you said, this is it, I'm not saying this is a genius idea, but I'm excited. So you present it to the team loves it, woo, let's go. But then you kind of find out someone else was there before. Why? How? So you go back to that, black or white canvas, and it's kind of hard because did you ever play lottery?
No.
Did you ever won? No. I just won the lottery, And they said, play it again and win again. I will take this money, put it here, you go play again, and come back with another money. So, yeah, what can you do? You go there again, and you start playing again, and then you come up with, wait, let me turn on the light. You come up with this, and you are again excited. Yes, we made it. And everyone is excited, not as much as the first round. They kind of think you screwed it up. But they kind of start loving it and understanding why now it's more simple, because this was the biggest problem. A circle? Are you kidding me? And yeah, TV Shara won title and everyone was happy, regardless of the circle or not. And Deutsche Welle thought it's a good idea to have an interview with me. This is how excited I was. No, I was excited, but she was excited. She was really excited. Yeah, and she was maybe not the only one, but the one I remember. She called me and she said, "I want to have an interview with you, and because we really like the work you did, and we thought it's a genius idea." Okay, thank you. So I was excited. But now so everyone was happy. The TV Shara won, but then let me zoom right there. Where is that? That corner hides something, so let me zoom out. Yeah, I was the only one giving you. Yeah, way to go, man. So amazing stuff. But sorry. I understand him because I was there. I was in his position. Of course, I checked him and saw where he works and mother's name and all that. So where he lives and what type of food he likes. But I was in his position when I started. because I realized he's at the beginning, first 3-4 years. And I was in his position, and I was looking to Pentagram Works, if everyone knows Pentagram. Huge design agency. And I was looking at the beginning of my career at some of their identities, and they were like really Sky Restaurant in Helvetica. I was, come on, you get away with that easy? And on the other hand, at the beginning, as a designer, you try to do the most beautiful logo and the most complicated. It's like a piece of art for you, you know. And I was feeling the same. They get paid a lot of money by just writing that thing in whatever font they choose and tweak it a little bit, and I'm busting my ass here and getting no money. So yeah, it's a fucking circle. But what he didn't know was that really I screwed up again. It was not a circle. And I don't know why, but it was not a circle. And yeah, we were working 3 guys on this, and one of them knew and didn't tell me. He said, I thought this is what you wanted to be. How? Look at that difference. So, smart ass, sorry, it was not a circle. It's not a fucking circle. But since that day, it is a circle. So, congrats to him. We got back to the drawing board and made it a circle. It was hard. Also, what he didn't know was the entire concept behind and what we had to represent. And the most preeminent thing that we had to represent was this motto of the campaign, which is shine your light, light up your city. And this is exactly what we did. And yeah, the entire work behind is, it seems simple, but it's not. And everything is there for a reason. And once you explain everything to someone, then it might become less genius or less bad idea, or even a bigger and greater idea. So he didn't knew the entire concept and the entire world of stuff we created or we wanted to create for this. I'm pretty sure if he would have seen or read or something, he would not believe the same. The same. So this is why I'm not a genius, because the process is hard. It's not you wake up, client calls, let's do this, and you say, of course, it's ready, come and get it. You have to start from zero, you have to struggle, you have to do mistakes, you have to learn, you have to do connection, you have to go back, you have to race a lot, and it's not a smooth process, it's really like, ooh. And you use tricks, you use shortcuts, patterns, connection, context, and your entire experience is there to get as close as possible to the solution. And your goal is not to create the biggest solution or the genius solution, is just getting as close as possible to what you want to propose best for the client. And yeah, what is genius for some is fucking circle for others. This is so true. And because I'm not really I forgot what I wanted to say. But yeah. In the meantime, I've asked a lot of my friends, fellow graphic designers, to tell me their opinion about genius in graphic design, if existing graphic design and how, and if they can identify it or not. So I asked them this question, and someone was writing me for hours. He never answered actually. But I've got some answers, and this is typical graphic designer answer. Of course it exists, I'm a genius. And then they give you a real answer. They're pretty tiny, huh? Yeah. Anyway, I will get through. I'm pretty proud of this one here. She was interning with us. She got it. who cares if genius is there? We need to work. No time to find a genius idea, let's work. Yeah, so I really got a lot of this. I had to stop, because I think I still get them, but this was also good. I don't know, man, it's way too far from me. Or, this is also nice. Let's go to this dude. Yeah, so, but the best quote or answer I've got is from Sorina, which really kind of wraps it up. Perhaps it exists, I have yet to identify it, all I have come across are great solutions. And with that, I thank you for being here. This was probably the shortest stuff you ever experienced. I hope you like it. This was it.
Creative Morning speaker who is in time. 20 minutes and you're sharp. Yes, you're the only one who read it.
Yeah, I received the memo, it was pretty clear. Don't over talk. Don't overdo it.
Yeah, but the local culture here, it's different, so
yeah.
We adapt international rules to the locals. But thank God for Q&A then, because we're not going to let you leave. We're definitely not going to look at the circle the same ever again.
There's no circle.
So Q&A, people.
Good, let's go.
No, I can start.
Sure.
I usually
You always
do.
start.
Is there a place when you're stuck in the ideas that you always go to get the genius vibe?
Yes, that black canvas. So this is my personal stuff. If I'm stuck, then you erase everything, and you go back to that white blank canvas, and then I think out of fear or not having anything on that, because I don't know why designers have to fill the entire fucking, that canvas. They go from the corner and then they work their way out to the bottom of the other corner. So if you see it, I saw some. I don't know if everyone worked the same, but what I saw is they start in a corner like really shy. I will go here and work here, okay? And then they develop and the things getting bigger and bigger and they expand them and they like to look at them, and so yeah, usually I go back to you erase everything, you should have no fear. You should have no fear in starting again, erasing everything and just go from scratch. Okay, now we go.
Not enough coffee this morning. And some of you got here even earlier. We're going to move the coffee stand upstairs next month. Any other questions?
Is there anything intrinsically, quote-unquote, more genius about simplicity?
They say so.
Well, it's the longer question.
They say so. The most. This is also what we are aiming for. Or I am aiming for. Let's talk about me now. But when you search for a solution to represent visually something that you have to represent visually, you try to do it as simple as possible, and to send out as much as possible. I know it sounds weird, but it would be easy to send out 5 pages of Word. This was my idea, but you have to do it really minimal and simple as possible. And for Timișoara, for instance, the brief was minimal. I remember one of the highlights of the brief was make sure the symbol, the logo, the stuff you do there could be drawn by a 5-year-old kid. Could be remember, and if you show him for 5 minutes, then you give him a piece of paper, he could reproduce that. So nothing complicated, but also make sure he gets the idea of the concept. So yeah.
Okay. I guess a quick follow-up to that might be: do you find yourself stuck in trying to make something even simpler or more basic, or do you have to at some point let go and say this is as simple as it's going to get, and I'm not going to spend another 2 months on this trying to make it even like simplify the circle?
You don't have 2 months. So the problem is you would, I'm sure, and I've experienced, you will work endlessly if you have endless time. But if they say you have 2 months, then 2 months you will work. Or you will wait 2 months, as I did in the presentation, hope for a genius idea, and then panic and all that. But the time is one limit that you have, which I think also stands between the genius ideas somehow, if there is one. Because if you have time, you have to do the most out of that time. And yeah, you strip away and you try to minimize the visual language and maximize the message as much as possible. Yeah.
What was the most weird or stupid or funny request that you received in a brief?
It's common stupid request. They all start with please do something nice. It's like I want to do something bad for them. That's why. But we want to look good. I know. I will try to do it. So this is the most stupid stuff you ever heard. Please do it nice. Okay. I was about to do this stupid thing for you, but now that you said the brief, I will do it nice. So yeah, this is it.
Is the panic an ingredient for the creativity? You said that almost all the time there is a moment when the panic appears. So is that the moment when it starts actually the hard work to get the genius idea?
Panic. At the beginning of the career, panic was bad. When you were panicking, you closing the level, run. Now it's time to run. You go. But over time, panic is just a signal where you really have to start your stuff. So nowadays I use panic when it occurs to really motivate myself. So panic. It's not always there, but when it comes, you need to know how to write on panic.
And also genius has panic moments?
I don't know. I never met a genius yet. I don't know what it is.
So your presentation reminds me of the lyrics of a genius songwriter. So he says at some point, is simplicity best or simply the easiest? And what makes me wonder is if what you said somehow is that art and of course graphical design also should be universal and appeal to everybody, not just a bunch of people that are critics and understand art very well.
Well, our art and design are a little bit different because I think maybe the fastest route to genius would be to be an artist, to go and paint your stuff there with no brief, with no pressure, with no nothing. What we do, graphic designers, we have a subject, we have to work on that. We have a deadline, we have a strict brief sometime, and we have to deliver for the people something which they can understand and use. So it's different. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, somehow. I also think that, writers, they also have deadlines, and in today's world, also painters and other artists, so I don't know. It's that different from my perspective.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you if you ever feel stuck or going around the circle. What do you do to get yourself unstuck? When,
Somehow I answered that when I said when you are stuck, you erase everything, but literally just recycle bin, empty recycle bin, drop the computer, put water on it, so you really erase everything, and then go from scratch. That there is a myth that oh, you are stuck, you should go walk in the forest. Doesn't work. Really doesn't. It doesn't. There is also a quote. Don't ask me who said it, but inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. So you have to be there. You have to be there, and even if you move a square from left to right, you have to stay there and go for it.
In order to have like a good idea, must you connect with the client, like with the brief, or do you take any clients? Because I suppose that sometimes maybe you just, I don't know, not really into the thing that they ask you to, or I don't know, does it play a part?
Yeah, it happens, but kind of this thing you feel at the beginning when you meet the client and you have the brief and you talk with him and you ask questions, he answers or not. You feel there if there is a connection, or you can work with him, or he can understand the meaning of what you do and his purpose and all that. So there are projects where you don't even start because and then you invent a stupid excuse. I need to buy a cat. Yeah, but you can still no. A cat is very precious. You need to take care and give her milk and all that. So no, I don't have time.
Hi, tricky question for you. You said you didn't met a genius yet, but do you think genius is more likely a bad or a good person?
I hope it's good. I want to meet one. No, I really hope it's good. I think it's good. According to the definition and all the genius they say they exist, they are good people. They give us a lot of ideas, they gave us whatever. So they should be good.
A quick follow-up to her question.
Right.
Does money motivate you to become more genius or less
Why
genius?
are you here?
Why? Or does it motivate you that you can buy 2 cats or 3 cats and then you can do this job? Like a lot of money, like 6 zeros. 5.
We don't have security?
For friends, no.
Yeah, money was a motivator at the beginning because you have no money. But right now, no. I got really weird proposals, working in weird fields, and I will give you a lot of money. No.
Can you be more specific?
Get that guy out.
I also want another question. If you
But
could
yeah, let me be specific, chief.
Okay.
For instance, I will not work for an alcohol company. Never. Doesn't matter what money they put on the table. Cigarettes or pharmacy, I will never do that.
But you drink a lot of beer.
That is my problem.
If you could pick any other job except being a graphic designer, what do you think it would suit you or you would like to do? What's your hidden pleasure or interest? terms of work?
Beer drinker.
I think I would be a sport coach. Yeah, this is my other passion. I do sport and I like it. I watch every besides curling. That's stupid. But usually you can find me on the couch watching whatever sport it is. Doesn't matter. Just so I will do something into sports. Totally unrelated, of course.
Do you think the result of a project is more qualitative if the process had like up and downs, or if it went just up? Or does it ever went just up?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it goes smooth. For instance, I recently heard about some of my work that it's nice. That was the closest to genius I was. And they were asking, wow, how you did that, and how you did this font and all that. So you must have worked, I don't know how many hours. In fact, I was working 10 minutes. I knew the font, didn't know. I use it the way I knew. I put some colors, I put some texture, voila. And he was amazed. Oh, 10 minutes! That's even better! So, yeah. It's not always like this. Could be only like this. Or like this, or yeah. The thing is, you go into that patterns. There are like paths, and you always go same path, but once you reach the final, the dead end, you try to cross it every time. But usually until there, it gets longer, you know, and you try to, you have also the shortcuts, which you did also yourself. And you can shortcut this long path and you reach there, you have a result, but you want more. Because where you were the last time, this is what I call comfort zone. Because until there you know the way, but it only matters what you do from there on.
I have one more. There is the international language of art, no matter what form, but what do you think makes you special as a graphic designer because you're Romanian? I mean, I'm sure that culture as a place of birth and influences do have a saying, and what do you think it's yours being a Romanian?
They all think we are cheaper. All of them.
And the quality of your work?
Okay. They give you less money, less quality. Come on. If you look in general in graphic design field and you look on countries how they look in general, you will find a certain style, you know, like Polish and Germans and the Swiss, England, France. They all have a style. And in graphic design, Romania, I didn't spot a specific style because it's a little bit virgin, the area. We have a style in illustration, we have a style in painting maybe, or in sculpture and whatever, but we don't yet have a style in graphic design because we didn't have the culture, and when we started looking out. So I think we borrowed a lot of stuff from outside, and it's up to us to kind of put our own style into it, or our own, you know, drive into it. So.
A quick follow-up to what you just said. Did you move to Berlin so you can charge more money?
I'm sorry for my previous question.
No, but it helped.
Are you the guy from the comment?
Yes. He's one of them. He used to be the smart guy. Not anymore.
sure if I will be able to phrase this question in the form of a question.
You write it?
But maybe I did not.
Oh.
But can you talk a little bit about this whole issue of plagiarizing and what makes for a valid new work which looks similar to something that has been done before, and maybe a little bit what happens, for example, in the context where you work now, when your breakthrough idea comes close to the deadline and you find out that it's actually been done in a similar fashion before. So, like I said, not really a question, but this whole theme I think is relevant, especially for what has happened in Romania at least.
When you find out that you have similarities, you just need to come up with something different. So again, you panic, you don't need to panic, and then you need to start again. Would have not been a problem. There are tons of similarities between the things, but we didn't want it to happen. So yeah, you just need. You can either go back and find you always have a safety net, which means one of the 80 variation you have. You can go there, or you start from scratch, as I said.
If the white canvas is the square one, the project, which is the trigger for creativity?
Might be the white canvas, which really puts your mind to deliver. Because that's the thing, when you stare at something which is empty, you feel the need to fill it. So, and then the brain starts working, and what we do now. And you start easy, as I said, you write in Helvetica everything you know, and you try multiple fonts, and so you have a start, you know where to start. It's not only one trigger. As I said, you need to be there just having a square moving from left to right, and then you move it up, down, and you find out you can move it on diagonals, and you find out you can blow it up. So there are many triggers. You have this connection you need to make, you see something there, then you develop, you put that away, you develop something else, then you see something here, and you develop. So there are multiple triggers on the way. I hope I answered the question.
Can I have one more? Is there a worth remembering advice that you got from another graphic designer when you were training or at the start of your career? Something that you keep remembering?
Yeah, to ask questions. Yeah, it was when I was working with Ovidiu Frin. Yeah, he always said, ask questions, don't be afraid. You will get probably answers, simple, like no or yes, or good ones which can help you go further. So you always ask questions either to someone or yourself. You know, why you did this, why you don't do that, and how to do this, and did you try this, and or to the clients, or you can ask questions to your fellow graphic designers, or your mother, or your wife, or whatever. So you ask opinions. So asking questions is one of the things I've learned.
Everyone is in deep need of coffee. So you can think about questions and propose them to Stefan. I'm sure he's going to stick around for an hour or two if you're not in a rush to go to work. I know some of you are. Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you.